This is Frazier, boy. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. You already know how I get down, man. I kill nerds and I talk shit. Back in the sub box again with that raw shit. And today, I'm gonna hit you nerds with another story because you seem to enjoy my Stone Cold Steve Austin Stunner story so much from when I was in the 3rd grade. But this time, we're gonna fast forward a couple of years and I'm in the 7th grade, and this is the 2nd middle school I'd have been to in the last year. So I got kicked out of one middle school, and this is the 2nd middle school I was in. The first middle school I got kicked out of was because I had a lot of fights. I got kicked out of this middle school because I had a lot of fights too. But it's this one fight that stands out that I gotta share with you nerds now. In middle school, we had this thing called periods. Like, first period might be science, second period might be math. My last period of the day was history class, and I enjoy history. History has always been my favorite subject in school. Well, my history teacher was a handicapped teacher. She had one leg. Sometimes she would have 2 legs because she had a fake leg. So some days she might be chilling in a wheelchair. Some days she might pop on a fake leg and want to walk around and get on the chalkboard and do her thing. Well, I used to always give this teacher hell because it was the last period of the day and I wanted to go home, and all my friends was in this class. Like, it was just too crunk. We would come off the lunch wave, be hype off Kool-Aid and shit like that. Like, we used to always give this teacher hell. One day, I decided that I wanted to jank this dude in the class we call White Mike. We call it janking in the South. Y'all might call it roasting. Y'all might call it flaming. Well, overall, you just picking on somebody about their appearance or whatever like that, just fucking with them. So White Mike sits behind me, but like on the side of me. So I turn sideways at my desk and I start going in on his mullet because White Mike had like this slick ass stank mullet, and I was just janking him about how he always smelled like cigarettes, how he always just looked dirty, his shoes. I was just going in on him. I guess White Mike was having a bad day and he just went feeling me janking him. I was going so hard that the teacher stopped teaching and everybody was just listening to me go in on him. Why I wanted to go in on him so bad this day, I don't know, but the shit was just too funny and it was too raw. I was out of control so bad that Miss Bruce was sitting in her wheelchair, popped off her fake leg, and I can't make this up, and she threw her fake leg at me across the room and hit me with the fake leg. So I had to play it off because I'm like, damn, this bitch hit me with the fake leg. So I look at her, and I'm known for going off on teachers in this school. Like, I'm already here because I got kicked out of one school. I'm like, damn, bitch, you gonna hit me with the fake leg? So she lost it. She was so mad that I called her a bitch that she was trying to get to the little button to page the office to where she fell out the wheelchair. She was trying to wheel it so hard that she fell out the wheelchair. Now, when she did this, everybody started laughing like extra hard. I took the fake leg and cocked it like it was a gun and started shooting at White Mike, talking about something, this a water hose for your stink ass. And I act like I was shooting it. So the teacher was still on the ground. They helped the teacher get up. I told her, I said, don't page the office. I'm going to chill out. Man, everybody just listen to the teacher and we going to keep it going. So she was like, Frazier, you need to calm down. I said, all right, I'm going to chill out. White Mike was so in his feelings. The next time I looked back, he was crying. When I seen he was crying, that just sparked me to give him even more hell. So I started back janking him, and the teacher said, Frazier, that's it. That's the last time you're gonna say something. I said, all right, I'm done. So I turned back around because I was sideways on my desk when I was roasting White Mike. So I turned back around and I act like I was paying attention to the teacher, looking at the front of the class. Next thing you know, I just feel this hit come from the back of nowhere. White Mike then got up and then hit my ass in the back of the head with a book and to jump on top of me. Now, I'm still sideways in the desk, and I done fell on the ground in the desk, and White Mike on top of me giving me the business. And I can't get up because he like on top of me, and I'm stuck in the desk. So I'm like, they break up the fight. It really wasn't no fight. He kind of like just whooped my ass out the gate. Like, he snuck me. everybody was calling him a hoe for sneaking me or whatever like that. So we get suspended for 3 days. The first day we come back to middle school, everybody coming to the class, everybody getting greeted by Miss Bruce. I walk in the class and say, "What up, Miss Bruce?" She said, "Did you enjoy your vacation?" I said, "Yep, I'm ready to go back on another one." She said, "Sit down, Frazier." I said, "All right, I'm sitting down." White Mike come to class. Me and White Mike just stare at each other. We just stop and stare at each other. I dropped my book bag and I whooped his ass right there. I'm talking about everybody, the class hadn't even started. Soon as White Mike came in, I already knew what time it was. He should have known what time it was. Don't try to play me like no hoe. We started fighting. I whooped his ass. I'm talking about this was an epic fight. Desks was everywhere. Teachers from other classrooms were trying to run it now and break it up. But the school, like the people that went to this middle school was so cool, they was blocking the doorway so couldn't no teachers get in. It was just like a big circle of students and me and White Mike getting it in. And I'm keeping it real with y'all. I whoop White Mike ass. We go to the office, get suspended for 5 days. We come back off that 5-day suspension. We're in the process of walking to the last period of the day, history class. We're in the process of walking to Miss Bruce's classroom. We bump into each other in the hallway. We just stop and look at each other. Everybody like circling around. We start fighting again, and I whoop his ass again. That's 3 fights in 3 weeks, and I got suspended again. Nerd life, bitch. So the next time I seen White Mike, it was when we was coming off our 3rd suspension. I was going to Miss Bruce's class. Everybody was dapping me up, talking about I had them hands. Like I got so much credit for knowing how to fight and having hands off those last 2 fights with White Mike, because I gave White Mike the business. That shit was strictly out of anger. White Mike come in the classroom, drop his book bag, walk up to me and put his hand out. He wanted to shake my hand. I shook his hand. He said, "My dad said I can't get suspended anymore." And I respect that, because it really wasn't that serious anyway for me. I was just roasting his ass, you know. I wasn't trying to fight him. I was just roasting. But in the 7th grade, when you getting embarrassed, you know, you got to put them hands on somebody. So I respected it and I left it alone, man. But I got a phone book of referrals, a phone book of stories, because I ended up getting expelled from this school. I ended up getting expelled from public school all around. Like, and the whole reason I went to this school was for this girl. And long story short, I ended up marrying this girl that I wanted to go to that school for, man. I got a lot of crazy ass stories from school, man. Like, you guys don't even know. I'd have been through a lot of shit. And for the people who might be like, White Mike, dad did the right thing or whatever like that, I'm pretty sure my dad would have did the same thing. But I ain't have no dad in my life at that time. My dad was in jail, locked up on a bed, on a serious, long-ass bed. So I was out of control. I ain't care about shit but fighting people and playing Nintendo 64 like a real nerd. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this story in the comment section. And until next time, keep it gaming. And I'm out this bitch. Deuce.